the email that was sent out by the company that was scheduled to have on Saturday of this week a football camp in Pittsburgh with George Pickens as the primary attraction. It was the George Pickens Youth Football Camp. They sent out an email explaining that after Pickens was traded to the Cowboys, Pickens initially said, yeah, I'll still do it. And then last week, this company was told that Pickens is bailing out. And they trashed him in this email. I mean, they over the top, irresponsible, yada, yada. I don't remember the exact words, but we have a link to the email in the FT story. They crapped on George Pickens for changing his mind and breaking his word to the organizers of the camp about showing up. But what they've done, they postponed it by 3 weeks from June 28th to July 20th. And they've gotten Steelers tight end Pat Freiermuth to replace George Pickens. And that's fine. That's great. Good job by Freiermuth. Now, look, some of these camps that we see this time of year are free. Some of them are for profit. And I did some searching before we wrote our story. The George Pickens camp was $150 per kid for a 4-hour event on a Saturday in late June. And I also read the email very carefully. And even though they offer some concessions to the people who have purchased the tickets to the George Pickens Youth Football Camp that won't be happening, I didn't see anything in there offering a full refund. And you know, all of the vitriol directed to Pickens obscures the fact that the organizers probably should have said to the people right away, last week when they found out Pickens wasn't coming, hey, this is canceled and we're going to refund your money. Instead, they did a little bit of a bait and switch and they said, we're postponing it until July 20 and we're bringing you someone other than George Pickens. And look, I don't know whether or not the kids whose parents signed them up for this thing are going to be fine with it being Pat Freiermuth. They signed up for George Pickens. So, look, I just feel like there's more to this. And I'm not thrilled with the way that the company that is conducting this camp went about it. Because I think if nothing else, given what happened, they should offer a full refund to anybody who signed up for the June 28 George Pickens Youth Football Camp, not the July 20 Pat Freiermuth Youth Football Camp. We'll see if they do. Hopefully they will. And hey, if they had a proper contract in place with George Pickens and they have financial damages because of it, they could pursue some sort of relief if they want to. I don't know how buttoned up their operation is, but it wasn't buttoned up enough to deliver George Pickens. And shouldn't you know when the guy gets traded? At some level, don't you know that this probably isn't going to happen? So hopefully they'll make it right by letting the folks who paid for George Pickens get their money back. And if they want to direct that money instead to Pat Freiermuth on July 20, so be it. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.